Alright, this is just to show anybody that's interested in changing the inserts on their door panels on their Scion TC. It's very, very, very simple to do. Anybody can do it, no bullshit. First you start off by taking the door panel off the car, and what that consists of is there's a screw. This is the door handle where the tweeter is. There's a little door. Here, let me lift this up. I'm losing my screws. I wasn't planning on doing this, but alright, right here there's a little door right there that you pop open with a little tiny screwdriver. Take the screw out from there. Take that same little screwdriver. I went from the bottom, stick the screwdriver in right here, and pop this whole panel, the whole arm thing cover pops off. Very easy. And then there's one screw, one Phillips head screw in there, one Phillips head screw down there, and then you can just pop off, pull from this side, from the top, pull this corner out, and it'll pop off, and then continue to pull down a little bit down to the bottom of the door, and then start pulling across the top and then down the side, and then pop the bottom off. It's all held on with these right here, these little plastic clips. And once you get the door panel off, you still have to, on the driver's side, you have to unhook the window switch. You just push the little thing in and pull it out. And then there's two of them on the passenger side, so be careful for that. And then when you have the door panel off, there'll be this gray carpet covering that's covered. I just ripped it off. Just pull it where it's stuck on in the spots, like here, up there, and a couple spots over here. I just ripped it off. You don't need it. You really don't need it on your door panel. It's pretty useless. And then once you get that off, then you'll see the panel. The panel actually sits in right here, obviously. But what you're gonna see is a bunch of these little plastic welds. And there's another video on how to do this, but the kid said to drill it out. Don't drill it out. That's just gonna make matters worse. I just took a razor blade, just a regular razor blade, and then you just stick it like that, and then just pull towards you, and it'll cut the top of it off, and then you'll be left with nice flat flush parts. Because see, that's how it was with the plastic weld, and then that's how clean it looks after the plastic weld is cut off. Now there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 over here, 1 down here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there'll be roughly 15 on the driver's side that you'll cut off with the razor blade. It's really fast, really simple. They come off really easy and clean. And then once you do that, then you want to lift up on this spot weld in particular. You want to lift up on this one to get the panel out, because the rest of them will come off. But there's also a little clip right here and a little clip right here, and you want to make sure that you pull the panel out away from this clip before you try to take the panel off. But that's the hard part. I mean, nothing's hard doing this. It's all pretty simple. But yeah, once you get that all off, I just left the material on the door panel that was on there, and then I bought these pre-cut red Recaro door inserts, and they're already pre-cut, so all I did was lay the glue over it. And I got this from Walmart at first. It's 3M headliner spray, and then last night I did one door panel and used about half of this can, and I didn't want to get stuck with not enough glue, so I went back to Walmart and I found this big bottle, general trim adhesive, and then it says, you know, clear high strength adhesive, great for headliners, lightweight fabrics, carpets, heat and moisture resistant, and 3M's great shit. So this stuff works really well. This is what it looked like after I glued it. You know, you want to put a good amount in here and then kind of push on the fabric into that corner, and other than that, just put, you know, a good amount all over the whole thing, but not too much because you don't want it to seep through the fabric. And then on this side you want to make sure that it's all nice and lined up. And then on the back, all I did was put glue on the back, and then put a lot of glue on the back, and then just folded it over. And then once you put it back in the door panel will hold it nice and clean. So, but that's the door panel. And then real quick, I'll show you what the finished product looks like. There's the finished product right there. I already did the passenger side, and as you can see, it came out really well. It's the first time I've ever done this, so don't think I'm some kind of pro or something, but I mean, even all the corners, everything looks clean. Even underneath that bottom corner, all the edges, it all looks really good. And then obviously there's the other side with the door panel off. But the other part I didn't get to, after you cut off all those plastic welds, see, I had a bunch of screws that I found, little screws, in my garage, but today I made a trip over to Home Depot, and I'm sure these screws are going to work really well, because as you can see, they're a little fatter, shorter, and have a fatter head on them. There's the size right there, and those are the ones I'm going to use for the driver's side. And basically all you do is you put it back into place, and then all the parts where you cut off the plastic weld, you'll just screw the screw right into it, and it'll hold it together. So you'll be putting screws everywhere you cut off the plastic weld. And then there's like four or five OEM screws that are like right here, a few of them. But other than that, it's really cheap, really simple, and looks really good. And you can use whatever fabric you want, obviously, but I bought mine pre-cut off eBay for like 10-12 bucks, maybe 20 bucks, I don't know, but it was really cheap, looks really good, and I just wanted to post that up. I'll have another video when they're both installed. Alright.